Just because something is not perfect does not make it any less worthy of love.
By now, it's clear that Netflix isn't afraid to make surprising changes to the Bridgerton storyline compared to the books. So the big question on everyone's mind is, what unexpected twists will Season 4 bring to Eloise's love story and the rest of the Bridgertons? Let's dive into what we know and what you should keep an eye out for. So here's the scoop. There's this theory buzzing around about Eloise tying the knot with Lord Debling in Bridgerton Season 3. Sounds unexpected, right? But hear me out. Despite their differences, Eloise and Lord Debling might actually be a match made in heaven. He's all about practicality and wants a partner who's cool with his travel-heavy lifestyle. Eloise, on the other hand, isn't exactly dreaming of a conventional marriage. She craves time to pursue her passions, like reading. Now, while this pairing might seem like a curveball, it's worth noting that the show has stuck pretty close to the book when it comes to who ends up with who. But hey, there are some hints that this could happen. The absence of Marina Thompson in Season 3 suggests Eloise might not end up with Sir Philip as she does in the books. Plus, Lord Debling has had some screen time, so bringing him back wouldn't be too far-fetched. But here's the kicker. If Eloise does indeed marry Lord Debling, it could mean her season gets pushed back a bit. I mean, we'd need some time to see how their romance unfolds, right? Especially since Eloise has been all about asserting her independence and saying marriage isn't the be-all and end-all for women. Marrying Lord Debling could offer her the freedom she craves, unlike tying the knot with Sir Philip, which would likely mean stepping into the mom role right away. Now, while the idea of Eloise and Lord Debling walking down the aisle has some merit, we can't say for sure if that's where Bridgerton is headed. But hey, it's definitely something to keep an eye on as the series unfolds. Part 1 of Season 3 brought significant changes, not only for Colin and Penelope, but also for Eloise, who is arguably the most independent and sharp-minded member of the Bridgerton family. Eloise, played by Claudia Jessie, spent the first 2 seasons avoiding marriage and trying to establish a life without a husband. Her quest for independence made her one of the most compelling Bridgerton characters. However, Part 1 of Season 3 reveals that Eloise has made several surprising changes in her lifestyle and relationships, including a new friendship with Cressida Cowper. Based on Julia Quinn's novels, the series follows the 8 Bridgerton siblings as they grow up and form their own families in Regency London. While her older siblings, Daphne and Anthony, were busy searching for partners, Eloise was more interested in uncovering the true identity of Lady Whistledown, society's notorious gossip columnist. By the end of Season 2, Eloise finally succeeds in her mission, only to find that the revelation shatters her friendship with Penelope Featherington. In Season 3, Eloise tries to move on from Penelope and ultimately finds companionship from an unlikely source. Eloise and Cressida's friendship in Bridgerton Season 3 is stirring up quite a bit of controversy. At the start of Season 3, Penelope hopes to mend her friendship with Eloise after their falling out at the end of Season 2. But in Episode 1, viewers are stunned when Cressida insults Penelope and then links arms with Eloise, who walks away with her. This is especially shocking, given that Eloise had previously said she'd rather die than be friends with Cressida. Eloise's decision to befriend Cressida is particularly controversial because she knows how awful Cressida has been to Penelope. This move feels like a betrayal, especially since Eloise has always defended Penelope against Cressida's harsh comments in the first 2 seasons. While this new friendship might make Eloise seem unlikable, it's her way of retaliating against Penelope's betrayal at the end of Season 2. The shocked look on Penelope's face as she watches Eloise walk away with Cressida shows just how impactful this act of betrayal is. With that being said, Eloise befriending Cressida is understandable after Season 2's Whistledown reveal. She's trying to move on from Penelope's secret in her own way. As viewers know, Eloise spent much of Season 2 trying to uncover Lady Whistledown's true identity, with Penelope reluctantly helping. When Eloise discovers that her best friend is the one writing the scandalous gossip, she cuts ties with Penelope. Her new friendship with Cressida can be seen as Eloise's way of getting back at Penelope for ruining her social status. While Eloise befriends Cressida for the wrong reasons, it's completely understandable why she turns to her former enemy for companionship. This new friendship gives Eloise a chance to replace Penelope and makes her feel the same hurt and betrayal she experienced. Eloise is deeply hurt and angry that her lifelong friend Penelope was responsible for the scandal surrounding her family. As Claudia Jessie explained in an interview, when Eloise needed someone to talk to, Cressida filled that role, becoming the friend Eloise needed to fill the void left by Penelope. This new companionship allows Eloise to replace Penelope and makes her feel the same hurt and betrayal. It also represents an attempt by Eloise to move on from what happened and figure out her next steps. Despite the current strain in their relationship, there's a strong possibility that Eloise and Penelope will mend their friendship in the future. Despite Eloise's outward detachment, she still harbors care for Penelope, as evident when she scolds Cressida for damaging Penelope's dress in episode 1. When Eloise briefly interacts with Penelope at the Featherington household, it's clear they miss each other, yet they're unsure how to rebuild their bond after recent events. The revelation of Penelope's identity as Lady Whistledown poses a significant obstacle to their reconciliation. However, given their deep history and enduring affection, there's optimism that their friendship can be restored as Bridgerton Season 3 unfolds. While the exact timing of Eloise and Penelope's reconciliation remains uncertain, it's clear that Penelope's secret identity continues to complicate matters. Creator Shonda Rhimes has hinted at the challenges Penelope faces, including potential repercussions on her relationship with Colin. Eloise, protective of Colin, may clash with Penelope in Part 2, urging her to come clean about her secret. Despite these obstacles, the foundation of their friendship remains, offering hope for reconciliation as the season progresses. In Julia Quinn's novels, Eloise does eventually marry a man. However, the show has a track record of diverging from the source material, leaving room for speculation among fans about Eloise's romantic inclinations, including the possibility of her being a queer character. Claudia Jessie, who portrays Eloise, acknowledges the strength and complexity of her character, suggesting that a queer storyline could resonate well with Eloise's persona. As portrayed by Jessie, Eloise is sharp-witted and sometimes unconventional, making her a captivating character for the audience. In the second season, she briefly explores a relationship with Theo Sharp, a politically active printing assistant. However, their connection ends in scandal when Lady Whistledown, revealed to be Eloise's friend Penelope Featherington, exposes Eloise's association with political radicals, straining their friendship. With Bridgerton renewed through Season 4, Eloise's story arc remains open-ended. While romance is a central theme of the show, Eloise's character offers ample room for exploration beyond traditional romantic narratives. As Jessie notes, there's much potential to delve into Eloise's journey in future seasons. In Season 3, Eloise finds herself trying to conform to the societal expectations of the ton for the first time. She's donning fluffy dresses, embracing Jane Austen over Mary Wollstonecraft, and even attempting to engage in discussions about embroidery. However, despite her efforts, it's evident that Eloise feels out of place in the role she's adopted for herself. Where does Eloise truly feel at ease? Interestingly, it's in the company of Cressida. Fans have noticed the genuine connection between these two characters and the natural flow of their interactions. Despite both being typically critical and rigid, they reveal a softer side to each other when together. Viewers have even picked up on what seems like subtle flirtations between them, noting their use of courting language and shared enjoyment of long walks together. What are your thoughts on Eloise and Cressida's evolving relationship in Bridgerton Season 3? Are you intrigued by the dynamics between these two characters and the potential for their bond to develop further? Let us know in the comments below. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.